Well, anyway, I would not want to question the wisdom of the court in granting sa judge yan. Kung dito yung sa ICC, magsama-sama na kayo ng ICC, iha. Isalin mo na si Trillanes, kayong mga ugog. Pati si Franz, kayo nagkunsabo kasi kayong mga left.
So na sila, they want a leader that will stand strong and really end this salot na sina Franz Castro, Arlene Brosas, Raul Manuel, CPP, NPA, NDF in the Filipino people deserve leaders that are courageous and true to them. That itataya ang buhay nila kasi that's what it will take to move this country forward. So ngayon, kung nakikisama ka sa terorista, you're betraying us. That's it. That's as simple as that.
Yan ang nakikita natin sa mga comments ng netizen. Overwhelming.
Yeah, overwhelming.
The people stood by the Duterte and the people stood by our analysis and the people stood by us when we say sinisira tayo ng CPP, NPA, and itigil nyo yan. We're very sure about that.
Yeah, and I don't think...
Bayan ang kasama natin.
And I don't think it's personality. I don't think it's because it's Duterte like that and they're blind about it. No, I think it's because they know that the Vice President is fiercely anti-CPP and sukan-suka na sila. They want a leader that will stand strong and really end this salot na sina Franz Castro, Arlene Brosas, Raul Manuel, CPP, NPA, NDF inside and outside Congress because we're so done. We're so done with it. We're so tired of it. We're so ready to move forward.
Yun. Ma'am, lipat man tayo kay Brother Franco.
The Filipino people deserve leaders that are courageous and true to them. That itataya ang buhay nila kasi that's what it will take to move this country forward. So ngayon, kung nakikisama ka sa terorista, you're betraying us. That's it. That's as simple as that.
Yan ang nakikita natin sa mga comments ng netizen. Overwhelming.
Yeah, overwhelming.
The people stood by the Duterte and the people stood by our analysis and the people stood by us when we say sinisira tayo ng CPP, NPA, and itigil nyo yan. We're very sure about that.
Yeah, and I don't think...
Bayan ang kasama natin.
And I don't think it's personality. I don't think it's because it's Duterte like that and they're blind about it. No, I think it's because they know that the Vice President is fiercely anti-CPP and sukan-suka na sila. They want a leader that will stand strong and really end this salot na sina Franz Castro, Arlene Brosas, Raul Manuel, CPP, NPA, NDF inside and outside Congress because we're so done. We're so done with it. We're so tired of it. We're so ready to move forward.
Yun. Ma'am, lipat man tayo kay Brother Franco.
So may I ask the opinion of Attorney Domingo of the MAD as regards to the, how about yung pong mga about red tagging, kasi alam ko po meron kayong mga kaso ng mga red tagging. So may I ask your opinion po about doon sa mga kaso niyo about red tagging?
Nakasala na po lahat yun. Naka-file na po lahat ng aming kaso on red tagging. Ibibigay ko po ng kopya ng ating mga complaints sa Madam Congressman. Karamihan po dito marami po dito, kasama po yung ating kasamahan dito. At pumunta po kami rin sa Professional Regulations Commission. At pinapalis namin ang lisensya nung nasa sakdal. Pero yung pinaka relevant po dito sa ating pinag-usapan ngayon, yung pong kaso namin against Lorraine Marie Badoy Partosa sa NTC, no? At gusto naming paalisin din siya. Hindi pala, ngayon, nalaman po namin na hindi pala siya kasamang accredited ng broadcasters, no? So, hindi po namin alam kung pwede rin po namin bigyan siya ng accusation sa Broadcasters Code violation. But ang isa pang question natin dito, sila Kibuloy ba at saka si dating Presidente Duterte accredited din buong broadcaster?
Ayan, darating po ako dyan. Darating po ako dyan, attorney, yung tanong na yan.
Pero yung po lahat na tinanong nyo po, marami po ito, no? 4 po kanina nasabi ko at 5, pati kasama na po kay Atom Arroyo na aming na-file ng MAN, no? Against the the two persons here in front of me. So yung pong pinaka-latest. Of course, yung great threat na complaint na kami rin ng mahawak, nakabimbing na po yan sa Fiscal's Office ng Quezon City. At sa December 4 po, magkakaroon po ng preliminary investigation at December 11. So, continuing po itong aming advocacy at kami ay nakaakbang kami at kami willing to help the congressional committees to be able to craft the legislation in aid of legislation po itong ating hearing. We're willing to come up with our own position and we will provide the necessary papers for that, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Attorney. Balik po ako sa KBP. As regards po doon sa live or recorded, kasi sabi nyo, parang walang control po yung network kapag ito po ay live. Eh kung ito po ay in-upload sa mga Facebook, sa mga official Twitter or Facebook na network, kasi ang SMNI meron silang Facebook, meron silang Twitter, pero yung content na yon ng merong laman ng grave threat ay nandoon pa rin. Even if itong dalawang broadcaster na to o yung black timer na ito ay hindi naman sila, siyempre hindi, sabi ng network, hindi nila control. Eh kung ito po ay yung threat na ito ay inakyat pa sa sa Facebook, in-upload pa. So ano po yung masasabi niyo doon, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, can I dissect the question if you allow me?
Yeah, okay.
One is the responsibility of a guest in a program. The guest is not a broadcaster. He's not under the authority of the KBP, nor the network. So, the guest can be liable for such things as libel, threat, etc., but not in the context of the code of KBP. If the person who makes the threat is an anchor, then the responsibility is the anchor's responsibility, and possibly the networks for allowing it if it were recorded. Now, in the case of uploaded content, as distinguished from live streaming content, uploaded content is considered recorded material. And therefore, it is upon the person uploading to edit it in order to conform to community standards or the law, as the case may be. In streaming, live streaming, the control is limited because particularly the guest will answer. In the case of the alleged threat of the former president, the material is not content for which the network is responsible for, because that is what the anchor said. In fact, that is news as far as the network is concerned. As to the persons alluded to or against whom the threat was directed, that's a different matter, and that's between the guest for having aired the threat and the person being threatened.
So you are referring to the guest as the black timer. In the case of, yun nga, yung nasa isang resolution dito, in this resolution po, si President Duterte at saka si Kibuloy as black timer doon sa program na yon, nagikan sa masa para sa masa. So walang responsibility ang network. Kung merong pagmumura, kung merong threat o merong mga obscene na mga words, wala pong responsibility dahil sinasabi niyo po, hindi sila accredited broadcaster, hindi rin sila anchor. So, ano na lang po, kahit na sino lang po, pwedeng may gawin na doon. Basta may mababayaran lang po nila ang yung network. Pwede na magmura. Pero yung sinasabi niyo yung code para sa mga broadcaster. So, ano naman po yung responsibility ng network doon? Doon sa mga black timer na mga nagmumura or nagsasalita ng hindi naman maganda or yun po, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, I don't know in what capacity the former president was airing in the station, in the context of the discussion, since that is a co-produced program, I doubt if the president was even a black timer there. Because that's a different arrangement.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Attorney. Tanong ko na lang sa SMNI. So, ano po yung laban, yung gikan sa masa para sa masa? Ano po yan? Black timer po ba yun? Or
Yes, Mr. Chair. It's a black timer.
So, bumili sila ng oras.
Yes, Mr.
So,
Chair.
black timer po. Attorney.
In a black time arrangement, basically the network, the black timer is the party responsible for the content. The network, however, can post immediately after the fact, deal with the matter of the broadcast of the black timer. And in fact, if it is in violation of the code, it can be a ground for terminating the black time arrangement.
Okay. Thank you. Dun po nalinawan ako doon. How about MTRCB, Mr. Chair? So ano po ba yung role ng MTRCB? Kasi I know recently meron kayong sinuspend na isang show dahil sa mga lewd na or merong bastos na salita ba or whatever sa isang noontime show. So, ano po ba yung response ng RCB as regards to yung, di ba, meron kayong nakalagay doon for general public, for 13 and above, na ganon. So, yung pong naging programa, ito yung nasa resolution, na kung saan pinagbantaan ako nung dating presidente, kasama si Kibuloy as black timers. May ginawa ba kayo dito, MTRCB? Anong ginawa nyo rito?
Just before MTRCB will answer, I just would like to be clear. Kanina sinabi nyo hindi kayo black timer. Ngayon black timer na kayo. Ano ba? Kasi talent yan eh. That's why you were sanctioning your talent.
Actually, Mr. Chair,
So that could have been a black time. We asked that earlier. Why the change of your position?
no, Mr. Chair, yung gikan sa masa, para sa masa, is a black timer. But yung laban kasama ng bayan is a co-prod. That's different programs, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. So she was referring to a different...
Yes,
Different program,
Thank you.
Mr. Chair. MTRCB, ano po yung ginawa nyo po doon sa program? Or ano ba yung ginawa nyo doon?
If I may, Your Honor. Yeah. We responded to the complaints and we called the parties over for to hear their side also for a hearing to adjudicate on this matter. And we were...
Mr. Chair, sinong pinatawag nyo sa hearing?
If I may po, we actually immediately took action when we heard about
Who's
the
speaking?
music.
Sino po sila?
From MTRCB po, Attorney Ana po from MTRCB.
Okay, please. Right.
We immediately took action when we heard about that, Mr. Speaker. So we submitted submitted a notice to appear sa SMNI po for preliminary conference. And then, just like what the KBP po, since naka-live po siya, they said that in order po, they explained po that the relevant episode of the program was aired live, as a result of which they had no control over the statement made by their guest of the program. So what we did po during the conference was that to prevent po the recurrence of the same, the network or SMNI decided to pre-record the succeeding episodes of the program, also to edit the same by deleting what it deems to be potentially offensive to the sensibilities of the public before it can be aired. Now, The recent issue po ngayon regarding the laban, laban kasama ang bayan, we actually also sent out a notice of appeal to the network regarding this po, since it is under the mandate of the MTRCB based on PD 1986 po, to call them if there is an alleged violation under Section 3C of our PD po. If it found that those which tend or those to approve or disapprove, delete objectionable portions from and or prohibit the importation, exportation, production, copying, distribution, sale, lease, exhibit, or television broadcast standard are objectionable for being immoral, indecent, contrary to law and or good customs, injurious to the prestige of the Republic of the Philippines or its people, or with a dangerous tendency to encourage the commission of violence or of a wrong or crime, such as but not limited to the second subparagraph 2, those which tend to undermine the faith and confidence of the people in their government and or duly constituted authorities. Subparagraph 6, those which are libelous or defamatory to the good name and reputation of any person, whether living or dead. So we have scheduled we scheduled a hearing under the Hearing and Adjudication Committee, scheduled this Thursday po at 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon.
Linawin ko lang, Mr. Chair. So ano yung tinutukoy nating program dito? Kasi ang tinatanong ko kanina, yung gikan sa masa para sa masa. So ito yung black timer ninyo, si dating Presidente Marcos at saka si Pastor Kibuloy. Ay, well, hindi ko tinatanong yun.
Okay, ma'am.
Yung gikan na lang tayo.
For the
Kasi,
gikan para sa
ano
masa.
yung, so, can we have a copy of your resolution on that? Kasi, Mr. Chair, hindi lang nung October 11 sila nag-threat sa akin. Inulit pa yun eh. Sa isang program ng November. So napanood niyo rin po ba yung sumunod na threat din sa akin?
Ma'am, Your Honor, please, the decision, your resolution namin, it was based on the October 10.
Yeah, okay. Based on the October 10. So I'm informing you, meron pa rin pong isang show, no, na tingin ko ay nag-threat ulit sa akin si former President Duterte. So kung titignan niyo yung mga show, review niyo yung mga show ni Duterte after po. Teka, tingnan ko lang yung date.
Just to clarify, ma'am, this is not a replay of the old show, but a new show,
Yes.
a different show.
Yes,
and we
ano.
have not yet received any complaint regarding that.
Manix, attorney. Sir Chair, sandali. Ano date yun? November. Okay, so it is sometime, ito, November po. Hindi ko lang nadala yung aking complaint.
The October 10 issue or the incident regarding Gikan, was resolved by the MTRCB on November 9.
Okay, can you give us the
We
copy
have a
of the...
copy.
Mr. Chair, sinasabi ko na lang dito, no, you have to review also yung program ng Gikan sa masa para sa masa na another threat din po sa akin. Nalimutan ko lang yung date. November 16 show. November 16 show po. Very recent, John. So, that's all, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.